Good morning, friends. I'm Jessie, and we're going to get started in just a few moments. Okay, good morning. Again, I'm Jessie. Thanks for joining me this morning. When you're ready, we're going to come to a comfortable seated pose for a few moments of centering, taking some time to shut out the outside world. Any comfortable position is fine. I'm in half lotus. Your legs could be crossed, your legs could be out. Anything that you could be comfortable in for about 3 minutes or so. Good. And then here, we're just going to settle in, good contact with our sits bones. We're going to sit up nice and tall, bring our shoulders up, back and down. Little military tuck to our chin so we don't have that chin poke. Anything you'd like to do with your hands is fine. If you're familiar with the yoga mudra, now is a good time for that. We're just going to settle in here, close your eyes, and begin to take a few soft, full, deep breaths. You can try to inhale and exhale through your nose. Filling your belly, ribs, chest with air on the inhale. And then allowing your chest, ribs, belly to relax and let go on the exhale. And just begin to let everything from the outside world slowly drift away. Give yourself permission to be present here in this time, in this space. slowly begin to bring your attention back into your breath. Just focus on your breathing, breathing in and out. Begin to bring attention back into your body. We'll do a body scan here, head to toe, toe to head. Check in, see how you're feeling. Notice any areas of tension or pain, anything you need to be cautious of or work on today. And just try to notice. Try to set those thoughts aside for this time. You can set a goal or an intention if you like. For me, it's just to give myself this hour, to be present in this time, not worrying about what I have to do later, what's going on outside. Just to be here, I am present. This is my time. And then we're going to start with a gentle little climbing stretch. So we're just going to lift first one arm up and then the other. We're just going to go from side to side, moving at your own pace, moving with your breath. Try to keep your shoulders from creeping up, and you can add a little side stretch if you like. You can also turn your head and let your drishti or gaze come up to the ceiling. Whatever feels right here. Just a little reminder, you never want to feel any pain. So if you're feeling pain in anything we're doing, just back off, maybe modify, maybe skip the pose. Whatever you need to do, no pain, just going to the point where we're feeling the stretch. Nice and easy. Good, we're going to do one more on each side. And then we're going to come back to center, getting shoulders away from our ears, sitting up nice and tall. We're just going to do a little neck stretch. So on your next exhale, bring your right ear towards your right shoulder, stretching out the left side of your neck. You want to open up all along the side. If you want to go a little deeper here, you can extend your left hand or gently place your right hand on your head or a little bit of both. We're not pulling our head, we're not forcing anything. It's just a little extra weight here to help ease us into the pain, or into the stretch, a little deeper. And if you're feeling any pain, visualize your breath flowing into those muscles and relaxing and releasing those muscles with your exhale. Good, we're gonna do one more breath. We're gonna bring our head back to center. We're gonna bring our chin towards our chest, and then we're gonna roll our head over to the same side. This should target a different muscle group in our neck. A lot of us hold tension in our neck. It's nice to stretch it, show it a little love. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Soft, full, deep breaths. Again, gently, head back to center. And you might take notice here if you can tell which side we've been working on. And of course, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So on your next exhale, bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Stretching out the right side of your neck. And you can extend your right hand. Gently place your left hand on your head. One or both. Sending some love, some breath into those tense muscles. Visualize them relaxing and let go. Continue to breathe. Smile. We're all lucky to be here. We're going to inhale our head back to center, chin towards our chest, and then kind of rolling our chin over to the side. Stopping before pain, sending your breath into tense muscles, nice and easy. Good, happy Flag Day. We're going to inhale our head back to center. We're going to raise our shoulders slightly and tip our chin towards the ceiling. We raise our shoulders just to protect that very sensitive part in the back of our neck. And if you want to go deeper here, you can push your kind of chin, your lower lip up into the sky. Stretching the front of our neck, our throat. Breathe. Good. One more breath. And we're going to bring our head gently back to center, no sudden movements. And then here we're going to bring our chin towards our chest. Again, if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can gently place your hands on the back of your head without pulling, just placing them there. It's okay to let your back into our upper back. Nice, soft, deep breaths. One more. And we're going to bring our head back to center. We're going to release our arms. We're going to do a little twist here. So we're going to inhale our arms up next to our ears. Exhale and twist to your right. You're going to have a hand in front and behind, or you can use your left hand on the outside of your right knee. We're thinking about inhaling and lengthening our spine. Exhaling, twisting a little bit more. Maybe looking over your shoulder to complete our neck stretches. Always coming back to the breath. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to inhale our arms up next to our ears and exhale over to the opposite side. Again, hand in front and behind, or your right hand on the outside of your left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Maybe looking over your shoulder if that feels good. Few breaths. Good. We're going to come back to center. We're going to change up the cross of our legs. So whichever leg is in front or on top, we're just going to switch that up. Again, good contact with our sits bones. We're going to stretch our arms here a little bit. So we're going to bring our right arm up, bring it across the front of our body. You can use your left hand or forearm to apply a little bit of pressure. Again, shoulders are down and away from our ears. And then we're just going to rotate this right wrist. Nice and easy. Listen to your body. You can switch directions. Point and flex. Good. We're going to bring our wrist to stillness. And we're going to take that same right arm into the air. Bend our elbow with our hand behind our back, and we're going to do a little tricep stretch here, holding on to our elbow. Good. If you want to go a little deeper, add a little side stretch over to your left. Good. One more breath. We're going to come back to center, and we're going to switch sides, of course, so left arm across the front of our body, using your hand or your forearm to guide it into place, shoulders away from our ears. Find your best stretch. Maybe rotate your wrist here. Switch directions. Point and flex. Good. And then we'll take that same left arm, raise it into the air, bend our elbow with our hand behind our back. Add that little tricep stretch with a little bit of pressure from the right. And then adding the side stretch if that feels good. As we come over towards the side, we're also turning our heart chakra up a little bit. Nice and easy. Good. We're going to come back to center. Release our arms. One more little wrist stretch here. We're going to bring the back of our hands together. Fingers pointing down, and then we're just going to lower our elbows a little bit. Yoga can be tough on our wrists. Working at a computer is tough on our wrists. Just giving our wrists a little bit of love. Nice and easy. Shake them out a little bit. And then from here, we're going to transition into table. So we're going to come onto our hands and our knees with our wrists and shoulders in alignment, knees and hips in alignment. Good. We're going to inhale, lift our head and hips into cow. Exhale, drop your head and hips, arching your back into cat. We're going to hold cat for a moment here. So we're tucking our tailbone under, bringing our belly button towards our spine, letting our head roll down. Nice stretching cat. And then we're going to come into cow. We're going to do, I don't know why it's called this, ready goose. It's basically cow to child's pose, and we're going to do that 7 times. So from cow, inhale, lift our head and hips, going right back into cow. Exhale, hips come back towards our heels. I keep my head up for this one. Just press back, and then inhale, kind of scoop forward into cow. Exhale, back, hips back, into child's pose. Inhale into cow. Exhale into child's pose. Inhale into cow. Exhale into child's pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. You can also be moving at your own pace here, moving with your breath. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. One last one. Inhale into cow. Exhale into child's pose. This time we're going to hold child's pose for a few breaths. Maybe bringing your forehead towards the floor. We try to bring our third eye, the middle of our forehead, in contact with something. That's a pressure point that tells our body to relax and release. So it could be the floor, it could be a block. I don't like my face that close to the mat. It makes me a little claustrophobic, so I bring one hand on top of the other. I bring my forehead to my hand. We're just going to take 3 nice, full, deep breaths here. Just relax and let go. Sunday morning, giving yourself time. Letting your back open here. Good. One more breath. And then we're going to come back into table. Sorry about that. I lost my train of thought for a second. And we're going to do helicopter. A little kneel balance here. So we're going to send our right leg back, knee off the mat. You can keep your toes curled under, or you can raise that right leg. You want it about parallel to the floor. Our right leg is off the mat. We're going to bring our left arm out to the left side. Just nice neutral neck. I'm looking towards the front edge of my mat. Good. We're going to do a standing version of helicopter a little bit later on. Come back into table. Same thing on the other side. We're going to curl our left toes under, push our left heel back. You can keep your toes on the mat or lift your left leg up to about parallel to the floor. Maybe bringing your right arm out to the right side. Soft, full breaths. Nice neutral neck. Good. One more breath here. We're going to come back into table. We're going to curl our toes under, straighten our legs, and come back into down dog. Inverted V pose. We're going to spend a little bit of time here moving, stretching, walking the dog. Bending first one knee and then the other. Pedaling your legs. Maybe rolling your inner elbows towards each other. Maybe pressing into your heels and lifting your tailbone towards the ceiling. Maybe coming up on your toes. Whatever feels good. Maybe rocking forward and back a little. Just explore this pose. Stretch what needs to be stretched here. Always coming back to your breath. Sending your breath into areas of tension or tightness. Maybe some areas popped up, problem areas. I'm feeling my hamstrings are a little tight in this pose. So I'm concentrating on pressing my heels into the mat, lengthening my hamstrings. We're going to do one more breath here. And then we're going to walk our hands back towards our feet. So we're in a standing forward fold. A little bit of ragdoll here. Anything you like to do with your arms is fine. They could dangle, you could fold them. And then we're just going to shake out any lingering tension. Just let your arms and hips sway from side to side or forward and back. Shake out your head, your neck, your shoulders. Just imagine tension and stress draining away. We don't need it. Let it go. You can bend your knees and do a little bounce if that feels good. Good. Nice and easy. And if you can hear my little creaks and pops, in Asian cultures, they believe that that's trapped energy or chi. In yoga, we'd call it prana that needs to escape. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Of course, chiropractors say it's little gas bubbles. Prana, chi sounds so much better, right? We're going to release our arms. We're going to inhale and slowly roll up to standing. Up on the inhale, pausing into Dasana, mountain pose. Taking a moment here to come back to center. Check in, see how you're doing. Any new aches or pains pop up? Anything feel better or worse than when we started? Just notice. You can remind yourself of a goal or an intention if you set one at the beginning of class. Perhaps for me it was, I am present. This time is for me. Good. One One more breath. And then we're going to open our eyes. And you can face the front, face towards me if you're not already. We're going to do a little energizer. We're going to do empty coat sleeves, which is my absolute favorite. Your feet could be any distance apart. I like mine wider than my hips with my toes turned out. That's what feels best for me. And we're just going to raise our arms and let them flop around. There's no right or wrong here. Imagine that tension is kind of gathering up and leaving my body through my fingertips. You can go fast or slow, make these movements big or small. You can lift your toes if that feels good, or your heels. Nice and easy. Maybe bringing a little bit of energy. I used to work with a girl named Cynthia, and every day at 3 o'clock she's like, "Can we do empty coat sleeves?" Sure. She said, "Talking your yoga voice." Okay. It is a nice little energizer halfway through the day, especially if you sit a lot. We're going to come back to center, back to Tadasana. We're going to bring our feet under our hips. If you're wondering, are my feet under my hips? It's basically about 2 fists is where you want your feet. And we're going to inhale our arms up, interlace our fingers, shoulders away from our ears. We're going to do a crescent moon side stretch over to your right. Good. We're opening up along our side. We're pulling our shoulders down and away from our ears. You can turn your drishti or gaze up if that feels comfortable. Good. If you want to go a little further, you can shift your weight, pushing your left hip out to the left side, turning your heart chakra up a little bit more. We're going to inhale back to center. Exhale, hands down. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, arms up. Interlace your fingers. If you like, you can switch your grip. So your fingers are interlaced in the opposite direction. Shoulders away from our ears. Little side stretch to the left. Opening up along our side. Shoulders down. Heart chakra open. Turn towards the ceiling. And if you want to go a little deeper, shift your weight so that your right hip is poking out to the side. Beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous crescent moon side stretches. We're going to inhale back to center. Exhale, hands down. We're just going to do a little chest expansion before we move into our flow. You can either bring your hands to your hips, or you can interlace your fingers behind your back. Maybe bringing your palms together and raising your arms up as high as they're comfortable. We're going to do a little mini back bend here, opening our heart chakra, maybe lifting your hands, your arms, maybe tipping your chin up towards the ceiling, pushing your pelvis, your hips forward, going back as far as you're comfortable. We're going to inhale back to center, release our arms. You can shake them out a little, and then we're going to start our flow towards the back end of our mat. Pardon me. Good. So we're going to come towards the back end of our mat. We're going to start with a balance pose. We're going to do standing helicopter, and then we're going to be stepping forward out of that balance. If you're familiar with my classes, sometimes that works. Sometimes it's not so pretty. None of it matters. Wherever you are today is fine. Good. So Tadasana, let's just take that nice full deep breath before we begin. Inhale and exhale. There we go. We're going to let our weight come into our left foot. And then we're going to bring our right knee in towards our chest. Just give it a little squeeze here. We're going to see if we can open it to the right side. We're going to see if we can extend that heel. We're going to bring our right arm forward and our left arm out to the left side. Standing helicopter. Good. Wherever you are today is fine. Our arms are parallel to the floor. This leg is working towards being parallel to the floor. We're going to bring that knee back in for a little hug. And then we're going to step this right foot forward. We're going to circle our arms up on our back toes for a little upright lunge. Good. Stretching our arch of our left heel, kind of pushing our pelvis forward, little mini back bend. We're going to let our back heel rotate down to the mat. Adjust if you need to. We're going to lower our arms parallel to the floor. We're going to twist towards the right, little twisted pyramid. Good. You can let your head follow your back arm, or you can keep it in neutral. A few breaths here. Inhale. exhale. We're going to bring our arms back to center, and then regular pyramid. So we're hinging at our hips, kind of reaching our torso out. Your hands could be above your knee with a little bend in your knee. Your hands could be reaching towards the floor or on the floor. Some people like blocks here as well. If you're comfortable, we want this straight right leg to be like nice and straight. We want to try to take the bend out of our knee, lengthening those muscles. This is a good hamstring stretch. Sometimes this is called standing runner stretch. Good, one more breath, and we're going to take this to a standing split. So we're going to let our weight come into that right foot, up on our left toes, and see if we can lift our left leg into the air. Again, doesn't have to be pretty. That's okay. Few breaths. Good. We're going to put a little bend in that right knee. We're going to lower our left toes. That's a lunge. We're going to bring our left heel down to the mat. Our right knee is going to stay safe over our right ankle. We're going to inhale and come up to warrior two. Beautiful. Good. Then we're going to bring our right forearm to our right thigh, left fingers to the ceiling. This is a little side angle. Sorry, my back is to you. And then we're going to circle this left arm 3 times. You kind of use your forearm against your thigh to help with that rotation. You let your body kind of follow along. And we want our breath to follow the direction of our arm. So as our left arm is up, our drastier gaze could be up at our fingers. As we start to lower that left arm pointing towards the front end of our mat, my chest is rotating down and I'm exhaling. Using that leverage of our forearm against our thigh, keeping that right knee and thigh open. We're inhaling as our arm comes up. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times. Again, at your own pace, moving with your breath. Listen to your body. If there's a part that is a little, you feel a little twinge, see if you can modify to adjust for it. See if you can send your breath into those muscles. This is my last circle of my arm. Good. Back to our side angle. One more breath. We're going to take this back to our lunge. So one hand on either side of our front foot. We're pivoting up on our back toes. And then chaturanga at your own pace, or follow along with me in plank, high push-up position. Slowly lower down. Drop your knees when you need to. Hover if you can. Hands under your shoulders in baby cobra, full cobra, or up dog, whatever you like. We'll all have time to catch up in our down dog. I like to hold cobra a little bit longer. That's what feels right for me. And of course, because I hold cobra so long, I have to do a little table before I transition into down dog, and that's fine. No rules here. Whatever you feel is right for your body. Good. One more breath. And then we're going to step that same foot. We're working with our right foot. We're going to step our right foot forward. We're going to make sure our right knee is safely over our ankle. Our left heel is rotating down to the mat. Engage your core here to help protect your lower back. As you inhale and circle your arms back up to warrior two. Good. Just a breath or 2. Then we're going to reverse or revolve our warrior. Good. Still sinking into our front knee without letting it poke out over our toes. If you have some give here, that means you can extend the length of your stride. We're going to come back up through warrior 2. This time we're going to come back to side angle. Good. We're going to inhale, back to warrior 2, reverse or revolved warrior. You can either repeat the forearm on your thigh for side angle, or you can bring your right hand all the way to the mat. Good. Same thing, side angle. One more breath, engage your core. Inhale and come up. Warrior 2, reverse or revolved warrior. This time our hands are coming down on either side of our front foot, up on our back toes. Plank and lower. One more chaturanga here. Drop your knees whenever you need to. Hover if you can. Hold, move at your own pace. Down dog when you're ready. Few recovery breaths here. You can also be in table or child's pose if you need to be. Good. Then we're going to walk our hands back towards our feet, and so we're in a standing forward fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Reverse one, dive all the way back up to standing. And exhale, hands down. Beautiful. We're going to repeat that on the other side. Again, just listen to your body, modify where you need to. If it's something like side angle where we might be going deeper a little bit later on, you can always stick with the earlier version. So if you remember, we started with helicopter, feet under our hips, nice full deep breath into Tadasana. And then on our next exhale, we're going to let our weight ground into our right foot. We're going to bring our left knee in towards our chest, give it a little squeeze. Then we're going to open that left knee out to the left side, maybe extending that left leg. My wall is in my way, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to bring our left hand forward and our right arm out to the right side. Good, shoulders away from our ears. We're going to bring that left knee in towards our chest, little hug. And we're stepping that left foot forward, up on our right toe, so we get that arch stretch, opening up our hip flexor on the right. Beautiful, nice and easy. We're going to let our back heel rotate down to the mat, pyramid legs here, arms parallel to the floor. We're twisting towards the left. We're twisting towards the leg that's in front. You can let your drishti or your gaze follow your back arm, or keep your head in neutral. This is a twisted pyramid. We're going to windmill our arms up, and then we're going to come into regular pyramid. So again, hands above your knee with a bent knee, hands reaching towards the floor or on the floor or on blocks. Our weight is shifted back, so we have a nice long hamstring stretch for our front leg. Breathe. Smile. Then we're going to let our weight come into our left foot. We're going to step up into a standing split. Good. Again, this should be a good hamstring stretch. A little bend in that left knee. We're going to lower our right toes and our right heel to the mat. Make sure that that left knee is safely over our ankle. We're going to tighten our core. We're going to windmill our arms up all the way into warrior two. And then we're going to come into a side angle. So left forearm to our left thigh, right fingers to the ceiling. Try not to slouch into our shoulder. Your drishti could follow your fingers if it's comfortable for your neck. And then we're going to rotate this right arm, again, at your own pace, moving with your breath. We'll all have time to catch up. So we're going to start with it raised. Exhale, stretch as it comes down. Letting your torso follow, using the leverage of our forearm against our thigh to help with that. Exhale as you're coming down. Inhale as you're coming up. Good. We're going to do 2 more times. Again, no rush. This is at your own pace, moving with your breath, doing what's best in your body. Last one for me. Good. Opening our heart chakra, maybe looking up at our fingers. And then we're going to take this to a lunge. So we're going to bring one hand down on either side of our front foot. We're going to pivot up on our back toes. Try to run here at your own pace or follow along with me in plank. Slowly lower. Cobra, baby cobra, up dog, whatever you like. Again, for my personal preference, I like to hold cobra a little bit longer. And that's all fine because we have time to catch up in down dog. Where we're spending a few breaths, resting, recovering. It can also be in table or child's pose. Maybe close your eyes here. Anytime we're holding a pose for more than a breath or so, I like to close my eyes, really focus on what's happening. Good, one more breath. And then we're going to bring our left foot up between our 2 hands. Our right heel's rotating down to the mat. We're making sure that that left knee is safely over our ankle. We're engaging our core. We're coming all the way up into a warrior two. Strong, powerful, confident warriors. Looking towards being in the present moment, looking towards the future, acknowledging the past. Warrior two. Good. Then we're going to reverse or revolve our warrior. Beautiful. Then we're going to bring our left forearm to our left thigh, right fingers to the ceiling. Little side angle here. One more breath. Engage our core up to warrior two. Reverse or revolve warrior. Still sinking into our front knee. Good. Back through warrior two. Left hand to the big toe side of our left foot. Or that left forearm still to our left thigh. Totally forget if we did a third thing here. I'm so sorry. So we're just gonna inhale and come up. Can't hurt to do another little reverse or revolved warrior in this direction. Now we're gonna inhale our hands all the way down to the mat, up on our back toes, chaturanga here, plank lower, at your own pace or following along with me. Cobra, baby cobra, up dog. Exhale into down dog when you're ready. Beautiful. A few recovery breaths. Again, smile, close your eyes. And then we're going to walk our hands back towards our feet. We're going to inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Reverse one, dive all the way back to standing. And exhale. Hands down. Beautiful. So we're going to work on another little, if you joined me last week, we did some down dog variations, twisted dog, balancing dog. We're going to do another one where it's sort of like flip the dog, but it comes from a different, it has a different approach. And just watch for a second so that you don't have to try to watch when we do it together. So we'll be doing it together in a moment. Just watch for a second. We're going to be in down dog. We're going to bring our left leg into the air. We're going to bring our left knee towards our left shoulder, kind of rocking forward. Left leg into the air. Left knee in towards our nose. Left leg into the air. Now we're going to bring our left knee towards our right elbow. Maybe straightening out that left leg. Maybe lifting our right arm up. And then back to down dog. So you're going to do that as part of our flow. If you're not comfortable straightening out that leg or raising your arm, just stop at whatever level works for you. It's all fine. Let's take another nice full deep breath here. One more. I always have to remind myself to slow down, to breathe. We're not in a rush here. This is our time. There's plenty of time for everything. Good. One more breath. And we're going to work on another balance. And again, we'll be stepping forward. So on your next exhale, let your weight come into your left foot. You can come up on your right toes or bend your right knee in towards your chest. Squeeze in on the exhale. You can stay there, or you can take this to Flamingo by folding forward, lining up your thighs and your knees. Just your gazes towards the front edge of your mat. Good. One more breath. We're going to inhale and try to come back up. We're going to step that right foot forward, circling our arms back to our upright lunge. Back heel comes to the mat, arms parallel to the floor. We're going to twist towards the right, twisting towards whichever leg is in front. Your wrist or your gaze could follow that back arm, or you can keep your head in neutral. One more breath. And we're going to come into pyramid. We're stretching out over that straight front leg, hands above your knee, reaching towards the floor or down to the floor. Our weight is shifted back. This is the same pose we just did. We're doing that same little opening, just different balance. We're transitioning our weight into our right foot, lifting our left leg up. This is our standing split. You can stay right here, or you can walk your hands over to the right, adding a little twist. Always coming back to your breath, listening to your body. We're going to walk our hands back around to our standing split. One more lift in the air, bending our right knee, lowering our left toes into a lunge. Little chaturanga here. You can always skip these push-ups too if you like, just meeting us in down dog. Beautiful. So we're going to do these down dog poses with our left leg in the air. So we're going to lift that left leg, pressing into our palms and our right heel, really stretch that left leg up into the sky, like someone's pulling you by the ankle or the toe. Beautiful. Then we're going to bend that left knee, bringing our left knee towards our left elbow, rocking our weight forward. You might be touching your knee to your elbow. I'm not, but you guys might be able to. We're going to send that left leg back up into the sky. Now we're going to bring that left knee in towards our nose. Left leg back to the sky. This time our left knee is coming towards our right elbow. Once your left foot has cleared your right leg, that's when you can kind of straighten it out, coming to the pinky toe side of that left foot, and then sort of rotating your hips, and lifting your right arm off the mat. Your drift to your gaze can follow those right fingers, or you can keep your head in neutral. Sorry about my shirt. One more breath. Back to down dog. Take a breath here. Then we're going to walk our hands back towards our feet. Standing forward fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Reverse swan, all the way back up to standing. And exhale. Hands down. Beautiful. We're going to repeat that on the other side. And just because I'm limited because my wall is here, I'm just going to turn around to the back end of our mat. And take a little drink before we start here. Sorry about the drinking. As soon as you become aware of your drinking drinking water, as soon as you become aware of it, it sounds so loud and gulpy, and it's right by my microphone, so pardon me. We're going to take that nice full deep breath. Inhale, exhale. There we go, inhale. And as soon as you exhale, let your weight come into your right foot. You can come up on your left toes, bend your left knee. Maybe bringing your knee in towards your chest for a hug. You can stay there, or you can fold forward, trying to line up your thighs and your knees. Oh, loosening here a little bit, that's okay. Just your gaze towards the front edge of your mat, this flamingo pose. Beautiful. We're going to inhale and try to come back up. We're going to step our left foot forward, up on our right toes, a little upright lunge. Hello, stars. Our back heel is going to rotate down to the mat, arms parallel to the floor. Twisting towards the leg that's in front, to the left. Your drift to your gaze could follow those left fingers, or you can keep your head in neutral. We're going to inhale our arms up next to our ears, and exhale down into pyramid. Hands above your knee, reaching towards the floor or on the floor. Our weight is shifted back. Nice long hamstring stretch. Send your breath into tight muscles. There we go. Then we're going to transition to a standing split. Our weight is coming to our left foot. We're lifting our right leg into the air. You can stay there, or you can walk your hands over to the left. As far as you're comfortable. Try to avoid allowing your right foot to drift off to the right side. Try to keep that parallel to your mat if you can. One more breath. Hands back to the mat. A little bend in our left knee. Lunge, chaturanga at your own pace, making adjustments where you need, doing what's right for your body. We'll all have time to catch up in down dog when you're ready. Good. A few recovery breaths in our down dog. Also gives us the opportunity to get us all back on the same page. And again, you can just repeat your knee towards either elbow or towards your nose. You don't have to go to the full version of this or any pose. Do what's right for you. And our next inhale, we're going to lift our right leg off the mat. Little three-legged down dog. We're going to bring our right knee towards our right elbow, kind of shifting our weight forward a little. Inhale, that right leg back up into the sky. Then that right knee is coming towards our nose. Our right leg is coming back up into the sky. This time, our right knee is coming towards our left elbow. We're trying to clear our right foot from our left leg, if you can see that. We're going to straighten out that left leg, we're straightening out our right leg, coming to the pinky toe side of that foot, maybe lifting our left arm up. Doesn't have to be pretty. Take a breath or two. This is a challenging pose. Be easy on yourself if you're struggling. Hands back to the mat. Back to down dog. Walking our hands back towards our feet. Standing forward fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Reverse swan dive all the way back up to standing. And exhale. Hands down. We're going to make our way to the mat here. So again, take a breath. Inhale, arms up, tracing the sun. Little back bend, open your heart chakra. Then exhale, fold forward, reaching as you come down. Lengthen your spine. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Then let your hands come down, your head and shoulders relax. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Standing forward fold. We're going to hold this for a moment. Good. Then from here, we're going to walk our hands forward till we're in down dog. Again, pausing, breathing, tailbone towards the ceiling, stretching out our hamstrings. We're going to come down into table. We're going to do a little frog here to stretch our inner thighs, our hips, our groin. And you might want to come to the, switch your orientation on your mat. Might be easier. So we're going to start by bringing our knees out. If I was different in the different direction on my mat, my knees would be about towards the edges of the mat. So about that length, what's that, like, I don't know, 18 inches or so. We're going to see if we can turn our ankles so we're on the big toe sides of our feet. Again, stop wherever you need to. You might let those knees slide out to the side as far as you're comfortable. You could be on your hands, your elbows, or you can come all the way down to your chest. I like to be on my elbows because we're really trying to shift our weight back a little bit. So we're shifting our hips back. Again, backing off if you're feeling any pain. This pose is particularly challenging for men. You know, a lot of us will tension in our hips. Take a few breaths. On your next inhale, if you're on your forehead or chest, make your way back up to forearms. If you're on your forearms, we're going to start to make our way back up to straight arms. We're going to bring our knees in. You can turn again on your mat if you like. And then extended child's pose. Hips towards our heels, forehead towards the floor. We're going to take 3 big, full, deep breaths. Nice and easy inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. We're going to slowly make our way up to a seated pose. We're going to come into staff. Good contact with our sits bones. We're just going to sit nice and tall in staff pose here for a moment, but giving our body a chance to transition. So staff pose, we skip over it a lot. Our spine is nice and tall. Our shoulders are down and away from our ears. Our palms are on the floor with our fingers pointing towards our toes. My torso is very long, so my hands don't reach. That's okay. My fingertips do. I'm a work in progress. Military tuck to our chin. Spine is nice and long. Our legs are extended. Our thighs are engaged, and our heels are off the mat with our toes pulled back. Staff pose. Take a breath. There we go. We're going to release our heels, release and relax this a little bit. We're going to cross our right ankle over our left thigh. We're going to do a forward fold here, and then we're going to work on bringing our legs into the air. Mine is not pretty, so I'm sorry about that. You know, whatever. We're all a work in progress. We do what we can. We're going to inhale our arms up, exhale, and fold forward. Reaching out, folding forward, reaching as you come down. Let your hands come down, your head and shoulders relax. Head could be up or down. Good. And then we're going to inhale, and we're going to raise these legs in the air. I have to bend my knees, raise my legs, and then kind of adjust. This is a little bit of a twisted boat. We're going to see if we can hold. Oops, hang on a second. Let me re-get this. Our left leg, our left toe, foot with our left hand, and we're going to open out to the left side. I do not have a good grip, as you can see. So yours might look a lot prettier than mine. You can also use a strap here if you like. I don't have one handy, so that's okay. We're going to bring our hands back to center, back to staff, uncross our legs, little bounce, little windshield wiper, whatever feels good. Take a breath. Let go of that silliness where I was not good at that asana. That's okay. must have taught it differently or done it differently previously. So our left ankle is crossing over our right leg this time. We're starting with a forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and fold forward, reaching out as you come down. Lengthen your spine. Let your hands come down and your head and shoulders relax. Good. We're going to inhale and come up with our chest. Again, you can have a strap over, what leg would that be? Your right leg. Or you can just wing it like me. It's okay, nobody's watching. We're gonna bend our knees, raise our legs in the air, and see if we can hold our right leg or big toe with our right fingers. Right foot with our hand, if that's better. We're gonna try to straighten our spine here. We're gonna extend our left arm, twist to the left. Nice and easy. It's supposed to be a challenge. It's okay if you're struggling. We're gonna bring both hands back around. Exhale and lower. Release, a little bounce, a little windshield wiper. I just need some more room on my mat. We can come forward with a little hip walk if you like. Loosen up our hips a little bit. Regular forward fold from here. We're gonna inhale our arms up. Exhale and fold forward, reaching as you come down. Lengthen your spine, let your hands come down. Head and shoulders relax. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little deeper. And then we're going to slowly roll up. We're going to come back in a modified fish pose. Your legs can be straight, knees bent with your feet on the floor. I always need a little extra stretching of my hips, so I'm going to come into cobbler's pose. Any of those legs are fine, and if you pick one that you don't like, you can just switch it once we get into the pose. So our fingers are pointing towards our toes. We're rolling back on our elbows, pressing into our elbows, opening our heart chakra. Again, legs extended, knees bent, feet on the floor, or cobblers. We're really concentrating on this back bend to balance out those boat variations and forward folds that we did. So we're really pressing into our elbows, squeezing our shoulder blades together, opening our heart chakra. That is our goal in this pose. That's the first goal. You can keep your head up, you can let it dangle, or you can slide back to the top of your head, rest on the mat, opening up your throat chakra. We're going to take a few breaths here, so try to relax and let go with each exhale. I'm feeling a little bit of tension in this right hip, so I'm inhaling, sending breath into those areas, exhaling, imagining that hip relaxing and releasing into the pose. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, and then as you exhale, relax all the way down to the mat. Bring your knees together and towards your chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. Oh, I'm always running out of time in this class. Rock a little bit from side to side, massaging your spine, releasing any tension. And then we're going to release our knees, and we're just going to take about a minute or so to finish out our practice. So for a lot of you, that's an inversion, handstand, forearm stand, shoulder stand, headstand. Any of those are fine. Maybe you need a bridge or a wheel to complete your practice. I need a little bit more cobbler's pose because my hip hasn't quite let go yet. That's okay. Whatever you need, take the time now. Sorry we didn't get to a lot of recline poses today. Now is also a good time if you like to do any preparation for Savasana. Sock, sweatshirt, blanket, eye pillow, any of that kind of thing. Now is a good time to gather that. If you've done something on one side and you need to do it on the other, or you need a counter pose, now is a good time for that. I always have to end with some kind of supine or recline twist. So I'm going to do a little windshield wiper of my legs, a little twist of my spine, whatever you need to allow you to relax into our Savasana that we'll be working on in a moment. Good. And then when you're ready, you can start to make your way into your Savasana pose, your corpse pose. Be on your back, your knees bent and your feet on the floor, or you can extend your legs. If your legs are extended, you might want to bring your heels out to the edge of the mat and let your feet flop open. You can press down into your elbows to tuck your shoulder blades under. In a traditional Hatha Yoga class, our arms are at our sides, our hands are lower than our heart, and our palms are facing up in a gesture that's open and receptive. You can tip your chin so your spine is nice and long. Whatever you choose, settle in here, close your eyes, focus on your breath. Inhale, and as you exhale, relax, release into the pose, and breathe. And take another nice full deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax, release. Make any adjustments you need to allow you to let go, relax completely, and breathe. Focus on your breathing, breathing in, out, breathing in, and out, breathing in, and out, breathing in, and out, in, and out. Breathing in, and out. Now gently bring your attention back to your breath, back to your body. You can wiggle your fingers, your toes, you can gently turn your head from side to side, moving and stretching, anything that feels right. Maybe bringing your knees in towards your chest for a hug, before gently rolling to one side, pausing, breathing, taking a moment to transition, before making your way up slowly to a seated pose. Your eyes closed or softly gazing. Once again, taking a breath. Notice how you feel. And know you can find your way to peace and well-being by concentrating on your breath and being in the present moment. You bring your hands together in prayer position at heart center. The light and love in me honors the light and love in you. Namaste. Well, thank you for joining me again this morning. My name's Jessie. I teach yoga the first and second Sunday of each month on Human Breathing Yoga Studios Facebook page currently. They begin at 10:30. I teach Monday meditations from 9 to 9:15 on Human Breathing Yoga Studios Facebook page as well. So you can join me tomorrow. Have a great day.